It's been a while since I lost track of time. The ink is spilling out across the sky. The sun is withered, I don't know why. Gross darkness covers every soul on earth. A hollow shadow marking every birth. The corners of a map are bleeding black. There's no light and no turning back. The man who walks at night will lose his way. The demons dance and steal the light of day. Shadows breathing in the heat. Is this a cycle of the incomplete? Everything I know is turning cold. Everything I know is sold. Don't be scared, 'cause the dark is just a veil. Don't be scared, 'cause the spirit will prevail. When the earth is dissolved and the mountains fall, I'm standing steady through the rise and the crawl. This day, 'cause the end is just a start. I'm holding fire in the chambers of my heart. The streets are flooded with the nameless dread. The living walking with the hollow dead. The day of judgment holds no spark of light. The world is swallowed by the endless night. The concrete crumbles under weight of greed. A bitter harvest from a rotten seed. We sit in shadows where the spirit dies, until the darkness blinds our weary eyes. Look at the eyes, they look like mine, but the light is dead behind the design. Tear down the silence, shatter the frame. Erasure overdrive, forget my name. I am not the man I was. Don't be scared, 'cause the dark is just a veil. Don't be scared, 'cause the spirit will prevail. When the earth is dissolved and the mountains fall, I'm standing steady through the rise and the crawl. Don't be scared, 'cause the end is just the start. I'm holding fire in the chambers of my heart.
Welcome fucking back, guys. It's Dead King with a new Path of Exile vid and build that I want to show you. It's something very nice. I got tired of the I Shot Deadeye. I want to try something new this league, because I already got a lot of currency, a lot of fucking items, so I can make a different build, a different class. I wanted to play a bit, so I wanted to finally play with this beautiful helmet, the Bringer of Rain. I honestly never used it before. It's the first time I'm trying a build with it. I think it's very strong, very powerful. I don't know if it's stronger than the I Shot Deadeye. Maybe the I Shot Deadeye might be a little faster on clearing the maps, but I think on bosses this build is way stronger. We basically crush the bosses. I will show you everything I'm using, the passive tree, the skills, the support gems, my items. This is kind of an expensive build because the maces are kind of expensive. The mage blood, of course, is a bit expensive, like 300-400 divines, depends on the rolls. The Bringer of Rain is not that expensive, it's actually pretty cheap, it's like 20-30 divines with some good rolls. So yeah, let's start it, guys. I want to talk first about the passive tree, because it's a little bit maybe unconventional. I think it's a little bit maybe weird for some of you. I'm not using any weapon sets. As you can see, I have 24 and 24 passive left on the weapon sets. we will need to stack a lot of evasion, a lot of deflection rating, a lot of armor, so we can increase our survivability. You will notice that early game you will be very, very squishy because you will not have that much armor, that much evasion, that much deflection rating. But as you progress further and further into the end game, you will see that you will get a lot tankier. Our main defensive stat, it will be the deflection rating. We will deflect a lot. We will leech a lot of life. When we kill, when we deflect, you will see that you will get a lot more tankier as you progress further into the passive tree and into the end game. So as you can see, I have a lot of deflection nodes. I have these little 4 nodes with evasion, with deflection rating equal to 8% evasion. This wildcat node, it's also very good. It gives us a lot of evasion while we are moving. We will move a lot. It will also increase our deflection rating. We also have these little 5 nodes with deflection, more deflection ratings, with train deflection to prevent even more damage from the deflected hits. This is very important. We also went here to take these 4 passive nodes with more evasion, with more deflection rating, and with enhanced reflexes to gain even more deflecting rating, to gain even more deflection rating and evasion, and also some dexterity. These are all the deflection nodes that we took, but we are also using a Megalomaniac Diamond, and I think this Megalomaniac Diamond, it's on your preferable choices. I just took what I thought is the best to give me some damage and to give me also some more defensive fucking shits. So I allocated Serrated Ages because Serrated Ages also give us some critical chance for attack, but most importantly, it gives us 30% increased attack damage against rare or unique enemies, which I think is very important, especially in the end game. We took Agonizing Calamity, so we don't spend some passive points here to save 2 passive points, because we don't really need this Herald damage, but we need this Agonizing Calamity to get more physical damage. We don't really care about the chaos damage because we are not using Herald of Plague, we are not using Poison, we are not using any type of these fucking shits. And the last that we are using is Mending Deflection. I think this is actually the most important of the 3 passive node that we allocated with the Megalomaniac Diamond, because Mending Deflection, it gives us 50% of damage taken from deflected hits recouped as life. We don't care about the faster energy shield rate because we are not using fucking shield. We are only using our life because we are a fucking gladiator, we are a fucking Amazon. We don't care about this shit. So yeah, Mending Deflection is, I think it's very important. But again, I think this Megalomaniac Diamond, you can choose whatever you feel like you need, whatever you feel like it suits you better. We are also using here a normal diamond, a normal jewel. The most important thing you want on this jewel is the increased chance to inflict bleeding, is the recover of maximum life on kill, and of course the increased magnitude of bleeding you inflict. These little 3 things you want the most. The rest, I don't care, you can get whatever the fuck you want. And for the last jewel, it's very important. We are using a Heart of the Well Diamond to get some extra cold, extra chaos. It doesn't matter as long as it is some extra damage, because it will scale our damage anyway. You want again to have, most importantly, recover maximum life of kill, because this recover of maximum life on kill, it's also one of our best defensive thing, let's say it like this. We will recoup, we will leech, we will recover a lot of life, and this will keep us alive. This is very important. If you don't have recover of maximum life of kill, it will go very bad. It will go very bad for you. And you also want, very important, again, chance to inflict bleeding on hit, so we can trigger the Herald of Blood chain reaction. As you can see, I'm also using Cannibalism 2 on, I think it's on Herald of Ash. Yeah, because it gives us 3% of maximum life recovered on kill while a supported skill is active. Well, Herald of Ash is always active, and 3% of maximum life, it's again a lot. So this maximum life recover on kill, it's very crucial to our build, to our survivability, to our defensive, to every fucking things like this. to progress further into the passive tree, you will also need a lot of critical hit chance and a lot of critical damage, because we are a critical hit build. The Bringer of Rain is focused on the critical hit part, so we will take all these nodes with critical damage, with critical hit chance, with cooked, which is also great boost to our critical damage. I think I have around 400 critical damage if I look here. Yes, exactly 400 critical damage. We have a pretty decent critical hit chance, a pretty decent. I think the best you want to have, it's above 40%. Of course, my maces on critical hit chance they are not that great. I think you have to aim to above 4% to critical hit chance. As you can see, I have 3.77, 3.44. It's still good, it's still okay. It can be improved, but most importantly is that you want your maces to have plus level to all attack skills, plus level to all melee skills. You want some gain damage of extra physical damage. You want also some accuracy on it. You want also this 25% chance to gain onslaught on killing hits with this weapon. So you want to mix them a bit. But yeah, it can go better, it can go stronger. My gear is not that, how to say, it is kind of expensive, but it can go even further to make the build even more stronger. Even if right now it's kind of stronger, the build, because I'm having no problem clearing T16 maps, T15 maps, just maps, like not clean fucking maps, like pretty juice with tablets, with every fucking shit. We are killing bosses like, I think, more faster than with the iShot Deadeye or similar or something like this. We are using for the bosses the Hammer of Gods, but I will get here a bit further after I finish with the passive tree. So stick with me, because I think you will like this build. It's very pleasant to the eye. It's very nice to play, and it looks very fucking badass with those two-handed maces in your hand, just slashing to the mobs, just blood all over you. It's crazy good. So as I said, you need a lot of critical hit chance, a lot of critical hit damage, and for this we take these nodes, and we also take these nodes here with critical damage, with critical hit chance, and with struck true, which is the most important that we want to get, because it gives us plus 1% to critical hit chance. This is the global critical hit chance, so it's very good. The next thing you want to have is you want to get chance to bleed, and for this chance to bleed we go here to get 10% chance to inflict bleeding on critical hit with attacks, more chance to inflict bleeding on critical hit with attacks. Here some magnitude, it's also important, but more important is the chance to inflict bleeding. And we take this node, perfectly placed knife. It gives us a lot of critical hit chance against bleeding enemies, and it gives us 20% chance to aggravate bleeding on targets with critical hit with attacks, which is very nice. But we also go here and take more chance to inflict bleeding on hit, not on critical, but on normal hit. Here again, here we take some magnitude, of course. I think we can drop this, honestly. I'm still not that finished with the passive tree. As you can see, I'm level 93. I want to get to at least level 96 or 97 to have an idea of exactly what to get through the end game. But mostly it will look like this. Of course, I will update the build when I will progress further in the next few days, when I will make more level, when I will get more passive tree. I will make it better. So we take here more chance to inflict bleeding on hit, and here bloodletting, which gives us again more chance to inflict bleeding and increases our magnitude of bleeding, because we focus on the bleed. We are a bleed build, a critical hit build mostly. And to inflict more bleeding, of course, we get some chance to inflict ailments. Here too, with intense dose, it gives us 20% increase more chance. It gives us increased duration to our damaging ailments on enemies, so it's very good. But you also want to take some defensive nodes, of course, because we will need armor, we will need evasion to scale our deflection rating even further. So for this, we take these nodes with armor and evasion. We take Saga, Quals, whatever the fuck is called, Hide. It's very good because it gives us 25% increased armor and evasion, and we want this. So you want these Sakavals, whatever, Talons and Hide, but you also want to move up here to take these little 4 nodes for more evasion and armor. This backup plan, it's also very good. And you want to move also here with Battle Hardened. It's very important to take this because it will give us a lot of tankiness, a lot of defensive fucking shits. As you can see, hits against us have 20% reduced critical damage bonus, and we also get some armor and evasion rating, but we mostly care about the hits against us. And you want to have these little nodes for more stun threshold and for even more armor and evasion rating. These are our defensive nodes, let's say. I showed you also the deflecting, and now we move here. You want as much damage as possible while we are dual wielding. So we took all these nodes. These nodes will give us accuracy and movement speed. I mostly took these nodes with accuracy because of these little nodes on the Ascendancy tree. As you can see, chance to hit with attacks can exceed 100%, and we also gain additional critical hit chance equal to 25% of excess chance to hit with attacks. So basically this is what he's talking about. On the maces, for example, it doesn't matter, or on the lip slam, we have our main hand critical hit chance, our offhand critical hit chance. This is from the maces, but we also have this estimated main hand critical chance from hit chance, which will increase further our critical hit chance. This is from the passive Ascendancy tree. If you look here on the lip slam, we have the same. Here you will see more fucking shits about the critical hit because I'm also using Garukan's Resolve on the lip slam. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You will get basically more and more critical hit chance to fucking crush your enemies, guys. And we also took these nodes for more damage with two-handed weapons because we are using two-handed maces. This is increased area of effect for attacks. This is very good for our Herald of Blood, for our lip slam. Area of effects is very nice. I would personally take even more area of effects of area damage, but I don't have from where to fucking get. I really don't have around here. The only nodes were, I mean, decent nodes were here, but we are losing a lot of passive points if we go through here and we move here, blah blah blah. It's a lot to spend. I don't think it's worth it, honestly. So we are using just this. Here we have more accuracy rating. This is our passive tree. As you can see on the amulet, because I just saw it now, I forgot to tell you, I anointed Overwhelming Strike because of the critical hit chance for attacks, because of the critical damage bonus, and most importantly for the more stun build up with critical hits, because we will need this stun build up on the bosses mostly to break their armors, to heavy stun them, and to drop that fucking big hammer of the gods on their heads. Honestly, guys, I will be honest with you, on the bosses we don't really need that much the hammer of the gods, because we are already giving a lot of fucking damage with lip slam and with the mace strikes. It's crazy how much damage we give. But if you want to be even more badass, you can bam stun them, you can heavy stun them and drop the hammer on the gods on their heads. It's your choice. I sometimes do this, sometimes I'm not. On the pinnacle bosses, I think you need the hammer of the gods. It will help you kill them faster. So yeah, this was our passive tree, guys, and now I want to talk about the skills and the support gems. But the most important, I want to talk about Herald of Blood, because this is our main clearing screen mechanic, the Herald of Blood. It will create a big chain reaction with the blood and it will clear your screen entirely. We pair this Herald of Blood with Herald of Ash. I know it might sound a bit weird. Maybe you saw some other people playing with Herald of Plague, or I don't know, Herald of Ice or whatever. Maybe not Herald of Ice on like an Amazon, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe you saw them play with Herald of Plague or with poison, or pair the Herald of Blood with some poison fucking shit. But we are pairing it with Herald of Ash because I think it works better than the Herald of Plague or the poison. It will help us clear even faster, and it also have a nice aesthetic, that big fire explosion, bam bam bam. It's very nice. So for the Herald of Blood, guys, I will start with this because it's our most important skills. We will use Magnified Area. This is a discussable support gem, the magnified area. You want this for more increased area of effect. You want to use it with bleed free to also bleed the enemies when the Herald of Blood procs. So we get that big chain blood reaction that you saw in the intro, in the highlights, like I'm showing you right now on the screen. You want to use it also with life leech. Life leech is, I think it's very, very important because it will help us sustain our life even more. Because Herald of Blood will trigger almost non-stop. And we will leech life non-stop. We are not using shield. We are not using that much life. We have like 2000 life. So we need this to sustain ourselves. We are using it also with Execute 2 to deal even more damage with hits against enemies that are on low life. This will help us kill faster and faster, and we are using it with brutality level 3 because we deal no chaos damage, we deal no elemental damage, we don't have this fucking shit on this build, and we deal 30 more physical damage because Herald of Blood, it's basically a physical skill, and as you can see we deal 90% of exploded enemies blood loss. That means the bleeding that the enemy has on it as unscalable physical attack damage, so this can be a lot. The next thing I want to show you, it's the Lip Slam. This is this and the Mace Strikes are our main hitting skills. The Lip Slam will trigger also bleed because we are using bleed free in it. We are using it with Incision for more magnitude and for more bleed chance on the enemies, because if you inflict Incision, the enemies become more likely to be inflicted with bleeding. So this is very nice to have Incision. I think you can put something else if you don't like, maybe, I don't know, something to more damage like Heft or I don't know. I'm also using it with Rage free. This is very, very important, because it grants us Rage on melee hit, and Rage is very good for us. We will have non-stop full Rage when we are mapping, when we are bossing also, and it will skyrocket your damage. It will skyrocket your damage on the Hammer of the Gods, on the Lip Slam, on the Mace Strikes. You will notice that I think I will show you. On the Hammer of Gods, for example, when I'm mapping, when I have all my shits activated, full Rage, I'm getting close to almost a million DPS in the tooltip. And the Lip Slam will go close to, I don't know, maybe 200,000 damage. So yeah, the Mace Strikes the same, it will go close to 400,000 damage, so it's a lot, guys, it's a lot of damage. But yeah, we are using it with Rage 3, and now it comes the most badass fucking support gem that you can put on these Lip Slams. The first one is the Adaluis Bloodletting. Our supported skills have mana cost converted to life cost, and our supported skills will gain 2% of damage as extra physical damage per 20 life cost, up to 40%. That's why we also need that constantly life leech, that constantly recouping life, that constantly recover life on heal. This is very, very nice to have, and it also gives you a lot of damage, as you can see, and it can give you even more damage as you keep spamming the skill, because you consume even more life. And the cherry on the top, the fucking Garokan's Resolve. It will make your Lip Slam fucking strong. It's no other way to put it. But if you have the currency, if you have this Garokan's Resolve, slash it in the Lip Slam and it will work great. It will work great for you. If not, again, put something offensive. Put damage. Put something, I don't know, like Heft. Whatever. Something that will give you more DPS. For the Hammer of the Gods, we are using it with Fist of War 3 for the Ancestral boost, because as you see, it gives us 30% more damage, 25 increasing area of effect, and it's very, very nice to have. We are using it also with Heft for more physical damage. As you can see, it gives us a lot of physical damage. Heavy Swing for even more physical damage, but with less attack speed. We don't care about that, actually. We use it with Pinpoint Critical to have even more critical hit chance, but a bit less critical damage bonus. It's okay because we already have a lot of critical damage bonus, but we want this Hammer of the God to fucking crit. And the cherry on the top for the Hammer Gods is the Xerxes Infamy. This is basically the most damage boost on the Hammer of Gods that you can have. It will require us 50 glory to use. This is not a problem. We will generate non-stop glory. We don't have problem with generating glory. We are generating glory very, very fast while using few lip slams, like 2, 3, 4 lip slams, and our glory it's full. If you want it to generate even more faster the glory, you can use the Seismic Cry, and you can use the Infernal Cry. When you activate this, basically it will generate some glory for you. I personally don't use them that much, but it's a nice quality of life to have on the build to generate a bit more glory faster. So yeah, this Xerxes Infamy, it's great. It has 50% increased area of effect and 50% more damage. It's crazy strong, and you want to use this fucking little lineage support. To boost even further our rage, we are using Berserk. I tried different options for the last spirit skill. I tried Herald of Plague. I tried some defensive fucking shits, but I think this Berserk it's the most effective, and we benefit for more increased rage effect, like 68% increased rage effect. It's actually very great. We lose a bit of life per second while we are not losing rage, and this is almost every time. But as you saw in the highlights, we don't really have a problem with this. We regenerate, we leech, we recoup a lot of life, we recover a lot of life, so this is not a problem. And Berserk is your nice damage boost while you are mapping, while we are killing bosses. For the mace strikes, it's very important. These mace strikes, you don't care about this, you only care about one. This I only put here to maybe switch some fucking shits here, test it, but you don't need these fucking little shits. So you want it to bleed, you want bleed 3 on it because you want to proc bleed. But most importantly, you want to break armor with mace strikes. You want to break their armor. You want to break their armor, the boss's armor, mostly specifically, so you can drop that Hammer of the Gods and deal massive damage. So for this we are using Uruk Smelting, we are using Yule Network's Embrace. I know this is very expensive, but it's very good to have. We'll use Armor Break 3 and Rapid Attacks 2 to hit faster. As you can see, I have a lot of attack speed on the mace strikes. I hit it very fast. It's pretty fast. I'm also casting Lip Slam very fast. It's pretty nice. So yeah, for our defensive spirit skills, we are using Wind Dancer. We really don't have much else to use, but Wind Dancer, it's very good to have. We are using it with Blind 2. We are using it with Rage to generate even more rage when we are not when we are getting hit. I'm sorry. We Magnified Area, of course, with Bleed 3 to also inflict some bleed when we are getting hit, and with Maim. The Herald of Ash, guys, it's actually one of my favorite Herald skills because of how it looks and because it works pretty good. We are using it with Magnified Area, with Fire Mastery, with Prolonged Duration for more Ignite effect when the Herald of Ash procs, and with Cannibalism, because I had nowhere else to put this Cannibalism, I put it here in Herald of Ash. This is very important to have. You can use all the Cannibalism 1 if you don't have enough spirit, but Cannibalism 2 is your best choice. And one of the most important skills for bosses, because I'm only using this on bosses, Rolling Slam. It says that it slams the ground to stun enemies and knock them away, then continue forward and perform a devastating second slam. This is very nice to stun the bosses, and when they are stunned, when their armor breaked, we can drop that Hammer of the Gods. But this is very good to have on bosses. You basically give it 1 or twice and they are already stunned and knock them away. We are using it with I don't know how to, honestly I don't know how to pronounce this. It's CGG, I don't know, maybe GGG, I don't fucking care. It's very good because hits from supported skills are considered crushing blows against ignited and fully armor broken enemies, heavily stunning enemies which are ignited and fully broken and fully armor broken with supported skills will permanently intimidate them, and intimidate them it's very nice to have because as you can see it inflicts in 10% increased damage taken and 10% reduced damage dealt. So it's very nice to have. It's very nice to have. We're also using it with rage free to generate more rage, to have that rage constantly and constantly up. With rapid attacks 2 so we can cast faster, armor break 2 so we can break that fucking armor, and with stun 3 to cause even more stun build up. This is the rolling slam. It looks pretty cool. It consumes a lot of mana, but we have also a resolve for this, a fix. We are using the Huntress Chalice Transcendent Mana Flask. It's a great flask. You will have no problem with the mana using this flask. You will barely have to use it honestly, but it's a great flask to have. So yeah, and for the Seismic Cry and Infernal Cry, I told you these are not that important, but if you want to use them with cooldown recovery, life tap, Corrupting Cry, Tireless, Raging Cry. Here again life tap, Tireless, Corrupting Cry, Raging Cry, and cooldown recovery. We are using them with life tap, as you can see, and we are also having the Lip Slam played with Atalu's Bloodletting, but because supported skills have mana cost converted to life cost. You need to understand that this is important for our build because when we spend life on our skills instead of mana, we generate glory. So basically this generates our glory. It's as simple as this. That's why we are using it. So yeah. And on the Infernal Cry, you want basically the same. Corrupting Cry, Raging Cry, Tireless, Life Tap, and cooldown recovery. These were our skill, guys. This is, I think, is the best setup for the setup that I'm playing, if you know what I mean. Again, you can play maybe with Herald of Plague here instead of Berserk, but I don't see that poison being that, I don't know, that valuable for the build. But this, I think, is the best setup that we can have. So let's move to the items. The most important thing on the build, on the gear, it's of course the Bringer of the Rain. You want it to have with as much armor, as much evasion rating as possible. For example, I socketed with Spirit. I really need this Spirit, so I think it's a must to put at least plus 50 Spirit on it. The rest, it's your choice. I put some resistances to help my resistances being capped. As you can see, I have the resistances maxed out, except the chaos resistance. I think around 30-40% chaos resistance is your best place to be. You don't need that much. So yeah, it's pretty good. For the amulet, you want some spirit, of course, and you want, most importantly, plus to level of all melee skills and plus to maximum life. My amulet is not that great, it's decent, but it does the job good. It does the job good. You want some resistances, some maybe chaos resistances, but most importantly, spirit, life, and melee skills. For the rings, my rings are pretty expensive, honestly. You want a lot of resistances on it. You want on at least one ring to leech some physical damage, as life is very important. The mana regen, we don't fucking care, but it's just how I had it. And you want, of course, double or triple flat damage bonuses, like physical, like cold, like lightning. You don't care, just some damage. As you can see, I have here also, if you get some rarity here, for example, in case of mana regeneration, it's even better. Here I also have some flat damage, some more resistances, some rarities, and plus to all the elemental resistances. It's very good. It's very nice. Actually, now I notice I can put even more quality on this ring, but it doesn't really fucking matter. The gloves and the boots are very important. You want gloves and boots with gain deflection rating equal to your evasion rating. If you can get on both boots and gloves, also armor also applies to elemental damage. I only have on the gloves, it's pretty good. I have like I think 20%, 21% estimated elemental reduction against hits. It's very good. You can get also on the boots if you find some nice boots. but most importantly, you want to gain deflection rating. You want also to have armor and evasion rating to boost our defenses even further. You want some maximum life on both of them, of course, to boost our life. You want movement speed on boots. You want some KO resistances. You want more resistances on the gloves. If you can get some gloves with also some attack speed, it's great. But most importantly, gain deflection rating equal to your evasion rating, and armor also applies to elemental damage. These are the stats that we want. For the belt, we are using this fucking beauty, the Mage Blood utility belt. I tried the build with also a headhunter because I also have a headhunter on my from my iShot Deadeye. But I think the Mage Blood it's better because it gives us more permanent stats, and we need more critical permanent stats. And we have these double diamonds. We have 40 increased effects per duplicate mage legacies that we have. So this is very, very important for the build. If you can get a utility belt with double diamonds, it's perfect. It's perfect. We also have sulfur for 60% increased damage. We don't care about the consecrated ground, even though it helps us sometimes if we hit with our mace strikes and we are more stationary. It will help us. The consecrated ground is pretty nice. It gives us some maximum life, and yeah, it regenerates maximum life, and it's very nice to have. And we also have it with silver. This is also a very nice skill to have, a very nice stat to have on the belt. It gives us 30% increased kill speed. It's very, very good because we perform our lip slam even faster, and we will use the lip slam a lot. So basically, this is what you want on the utility belt. If you want to, I don't know, get more resistances or whatever the fuck you want, but get at least one diamond, preferably double diamonds on the Mage Blood utility belt. And the last but not least, we are using the two-handed maces, 2 to be more exactly. I told you that you want to have as much critical hit chance as possible. You want to have on one of the weapon this 20% chance to gain onslaught on killing hits with this weapon. You want some accuracy, and mostly you want physical fucking damage. Physical damage, it's perfect. If you can get a mace with splash damage, it's also good, or like I have here with increased stun build up, it's very, very nice. You also want to have plus level to all attack skills and to all melee skills. It's very good to have. And on one of the maces, get 30% of damage as extra physical damage. It's also nice because we can scale the cold, the lighting, the whatever other elemental damage that we have, and it doesn't count for us. It will scale as extra physical damage on the mace. So this is our gear, guys. I showed you the skills. I showed you the passive tree. I can show you whatever you want. I don't know what else to show you. Oh, I have to show you this, the charms. The most important, I think it's, of course, the Rite of Passage Golden Charm. Honestly, I'm using this because I already had it on my iShot with Spirit of the Wolf. It's not bad. It's not that great, but it's a great boost. 30% skill speed is very nice. Increased movement speed is also very nice, and break armor equal to 10% of hit damage dealt is also very nice. You can try something else if you don't like the Spirit of the Wolf, but again, the Rite of Passage Golden Charm, it's a great boost to the build. We are also using the Fall of the Axe Silver Charm to be unaffected by slow, to get some onslaught during the effect, to have permanent onslaught. We have permanent onslaught. The onslaught is very nice because it gives us 20% increased skill speed and movement speed. So you want to have this basically non-stop. And the list, we are using Nas and Hope Towing, Huck TUAH Charm. I don't know, I call this the Huck TUAH Charm.
Give him that huck to and spit on that thing, you get me?
So we don't get freeze. It's very nice to have, but again, it's your choice how you want to use the charms. Only this is mandatory. This you can switch, I think, but I think, in my opinion, this is the best setup that you can have. The flask, it's a normal flask. I don't know, I use it sometimes, maybe on maps with ignited grounds, because it will keep draining my health, and maybe where there are not mobs around us, enemies. I sometimes use this, or maybe if I'm in a difficult situation, I will use this, but normally I recover, I recoup, I leech a lot of life, so it's okay. And as you can see on the Ascendancy, just a second please. Oh, I thought I will sneeze.
Give him that hawk.
For the Ascendancy, I don't even have the last 2 points for the Ascendancy. I will take this. I will take in for the kill because it will give us movement speed and it will give us skill speed while an enemy with an open weakness is in our presence. We will always have enemies with open weakness in our presence. If they are rare, if they are bosses, they will also have an open weakness, and we will benefit for this 40% increased kill speed and movement speed while we are around them. So it's great boost to our damage, to cast faster the skills and everything and move faster. It's very nice to have. Here we are using Predatory Instinct because of the reveal weaknesses against rare and unique enemies, so we can pair it with in for the kill, and it's very nice to have. We have 50 more damage against enemies with an open weakness, so imagine 50 more damage from this. We have 40% increased skill speed from this. It's very nice to have. Here it's very important, mandatory not to take the Stalking Panther, because we get double the evasion on our helmet, on our gloves, on our boots. We don't care about the evasion rating from the body armor because we are not fucking using it. We are pretty naked. But yeah, this is good to have. And the list I showed you earlier, the critical strike, it will help you boost your critical hit chance even further. So yeah, with this being said guys, I showed you my Bloody Amazon build. It's very cute, it's very nice, it's very strong. I will leave you with some more highlights. I will leave you with a link in the description to the build and everything that you want to see to make it easier for you. If you like this video, if you like my Bloody Amazon, if you think she is sexy, if you think she is cute, if you think we are killing faster and we are doing a good job, please drop a like, share it, I don't know, comment, subscribe. It was Dead King. Have a nice fucking day guys, I love you, and don't forget, keep it fucking bloody.
Still standing alone. Still standing all alone. The shadows crowd the room, but I am on my own. A king without a kingdom on a broken throne. Every problem rises like a tidal wave of rust, turning every promise that I made into the dust. Staring at the mirror, at the phantom in the glass, waiting for the fury and the panic just to pass. I face the final terror and I look it in the eye. The only one who saves me is the ghost that's standing by. The walls are closing in and the air begins to burn. The wheel is spinning faster and there is no return. The weight of all the world is crashing on my spine. I'm crossing over borders and I'm stepping past the line. I was born alone beneath the cold and heavy sky, fighting through the wreckage just to watch the embers die. No one holds my hand tonight, no one hears the cry. I conquered every shadow and alone I'll surely die. The world is full of darkness, spitting venom in the street. Every corner waiting just to drag you to defeat. The void is looking hungry, trying to consume your soul, tearing up your spirit just to take away control. In a world of pain and sorrow, where the final bridges burn. I am standing in the fire, having nowhere left to turn. I open up my arms wide, I tightly close my eyes, ready for the chaos as the broken empire dies. The walls are closing in and the air begins to burn. The wheel is spinning faster and there is no return. The weight of all the world is crashing on my spine.